In 2024, the NHTSA confirmed 511 people died in tire-related crashes, and one of the leading silent causes behind those early tire failures is sitting on the shelf of almost every car owner in America right now: your tire shine. The same bottle you have been spraying on every wash day is chemically stripping your tires from the inside out, and the detailing industry has known about it for years. What tire shine is actually doing to your rubber. Here is what nobody at the car wash tells you: your tires are not just solid rubber, they are engineered chemical systems. Every tire contains antiozonants and antioxidants that are built directly into the rubber compound. Their entire job is to migrate to the surface of the sidewall and block ozone damage and UV rays. That protective layer is your tire's immune system. Without it, the rubber dries out, becomes brittle, and begins to crack. And the process is invisible until it is already dangerous. But here's what makes this criminal: petroleum-based tire shine products, the kind sold at virtually every auto parts store and used at virtually every full-service car wash in the country, are formulated from petroleum distillates. Rubber manufacturers have explicitly warned that petrochemicals and vulcanized rubber are chemically incompatible. The principle is called like dissolves like. Because synthetic rubber and petroleum share similar hydrocarbon structures, the solvent in your tire shine does not sit on top of the rubber. It penetrates into the sidewall and dissolves those protective waxes from the inside out. Dallas rubber compound specialist Dr. Marcus Webb, who has consulted for 3 major tire manufacturers, puts it plainly: every time you apply a petroleum-based product to a sidewall, you are not protecting the tire. You are chemically forcing it to age at an accelerated rate. The antiozonants get stripped, the rubber loses its flexibility, and you will not see the damage until it is already critical. At $12 to $18 per bottle, with most drivers applying it monthly, you are spending over $200 a year to damage tires that cost $600 to $1,200 to replace. That is not car care. That is a loop that only benefits the brands selling the product. Why car washes keep using it anyway? Here's where it gets worse. Full-service car washes are not using the consumer bottles from AutoZone. They are using commercial-grade, bulk-volume petroleum solvent formulas, industrial tire dressings sold by the gallon, because they are cheap, fast-drying, and they make tires look instantly black and glossy. The visual effect is immediate. The damage is completely invisible for months. But here is what makes this even more suspicious. Tire manufacturers have known about the incompatibility between petroleum solvents and rubber compounds for decades. Michelin, Goodyear, and Cooper Tire have all published guidance explicitly warning against petroleum-based or solvent-based tire dressings. Cooper Tire's own technical documentation lists petroleum-based products as a direct cause of tire dry rot and sidewall cracking. That guidance exists, it is just never shared with the customer standing at the wash bay. Phoenix tire engineer Kevin Salazar, who spent 11 years in tire safety testing for a major vehicle manufacturer, confirmed the hidden dynamic. The big tire shine brands market UV protection and rubber conditioning on their labels. That is misleading. What most solvent-based products actually do is replace the tire's natural protective moisture with oil-based substances, and when those solvents evaporate, which they always do, the sidewall is drier and more chemically vulnerable than before you applied anything at all. But here is what makes this truly infuriating. The car wash industry applies these solvents without your knowledge at virtually every wash. You bring your car in for a clean. You leave with accelerated tire degradation already baked into the sidewall, and nobody mentions it. At roughly $1.50 per application across 26 washes per year, that car wash is charging you $39 annually just to damage your own tires. The real cost: what dry rot actually does to your tires. Dry rot, the technical name is sidewall weathering, begins when the rubber compound in your tire loses its flexibility at a chemical level. The cracking starts in the sidewall first, then it spreads into the tread. And here is what makes it so dangerous. You can have 9/32 of an inch of tread remaining on a tire, practically new tread depth, and still be driving on a sidewall that is on the verge of structural failure. Tread depth tells you absolutely nothing about sidewall health. Those are 2 completely separate measurements, and most drivers only check one of them. According to the NHTSA, tire failures result in approximately 11,000 accidents every year, and the most terrifying truth about those accidents is that most of those tires looked acceptable the day before they failed. There are no warning lights for sidewall degradation, no dashboard alert for dry rot. By the time you can see the cracks clearly, the damage is already advanced. Marcus Holloway from Sacramento bought a 2021 Toyota Tacoma for $43,500. He detailed it obsessively, including a weekly tire shine application he purchased in bulk from Costco. At 31,000 miles, he noticed the sidewalls looked slightly gray. He figured it was brake dust and hit them with more tire shine. At 38,000 miles, he heard a rapid thumping at highway speed while doing 74 miles per hour with his wife and son in the cab. His rear driver's side tire failed, a complete sidewall rupture. The truck veered into the right shoulder, the rim was destroyed. 2 tires and the rim needed replacement. Total cost: $1,847. The dealer told him the tires showed advanced dry rot. He had 38,000 miles on tires with a 60,000-mile warranty. But here's what makes this worse. Marcus's Tire Shine was a name-brand petroleum formula he had trusted for 3 years. The brand's own product page claims it conditions and protects rubber. At 38,000 miles and $1,847 in emergency repair, Marcus's sidewall failure cost him nearly 5 cents per mile in damage alone, before the towing fee and the 2 days without his truck. Before we get to the solutions and the $1 trick that actually keeps tires black for months, hit subscribe right now, because what we are about to show you will completely change how you think about every product in your detailing cabinet. Now, the fix. Why your tires turn gray and what is actually happening. Here's the part the detailing world almost never talks about. The grayish-brown discoloration you see on aging tires is not just dirt. It has a name. It is called blooming. When a tire is manufactured, anti-ozonants are mixed directly into the rubber compound. As the tire flexes during normal driving, those anti-ozonants naturally migrate to the surface of the sidewall, where they do their job, blocking ozone damage and UV exposure. The brown tint you sometimes see on a healthy, unmaintained tire is actually those anti-ozonants working exactly as they were engineered to work. But here is what makes this so important. When you apply a petroleum solvent to the sidewall, you are not just covering up the gray color. You are stripping away the very anti-ozonants that were migrating to protect the tire. The temporary black shine you get comes at the direct expense of the tire's entire defense system. Every single application is a net negative. You are trading a cosmetic improvement measured in days for structural damage measured in years. Houston polymer chemist Dr. Sandra Reyes, who has published research on rubber degradation under accelerated UV exposure, explains the mechanism clearly. Solvent-based tire products penetrate the rubber matrix at a molecular level. They dissolve the wax-type anti-ozonant compounds at the surface. Once removed, those compounds cannot be replenished by the tire itself. What has been stripped is permanently gone. Continued application compresses the tire's effective lifespan by years, not months. The tire does not fail because it is old. It fails because it has been chemically depleted ahead of schedule. The average set of passenger tires costs between $400 and $800 installed. If solvent-based Tire Shine is cutting your tire lifespan by even 20%, you are throwing away $80 to $160 per set. Across the full life of a vehicle, 4 or 5 sets of tires, that is between $300 and $800 in completely unnecessary early replacements, all driven by a product that costs $12 at Walmart. The $1 trick, what actually works? Forget the $18 aerosol can. Here's the method that professional detailers who actually understand tire chemistry use, and it costs less than $1 per application. Step 1. Clean the tire properly first. Mix equal parts warm water and white vinegar in a spray bottle. Spray the sidewall thoroughly. The natural acidity of the vinegar cuts through brake dust, road grime, and any residual petroleum product left behind by previous applications. Scrub with a stiff bristle brush in firm circular motions. Rinse completely with clean water and let the tire surface dry for a few minutes before moving to Step 2. Step 2. Make a paste of baking soda and warm water. Roughly 2 tablespoons of baking soda per cup of water. Apply the paste to the sidewall with a brush and scrub again in circular motions. This step removes the oxidized rubber layer and any remaining chemical residue without damaging the rubber compound itself or stripping the anti-ozonants underneath. The baking soda is mildly abrasive enough to lift contamination, but gentle enough that it does not harm the rubber matrix. Rinse thoroughly and allow the sidewall to fully dry before the final step. Step 3, and this is the part that actually keeps tires black for months. Apply a water-based tire dressing, not a petroleum product, not a solvent-based formula. Look specifically for a milky white liquid formula, professional detailers call these water-based dressings, that contains UV blockers and polydimethylsiloxane, which is a safe silicone compound. Unlike petroleum products, water-based dressings sit on top of the rubber rather than penetrating into it. They form a protective film that blocks UV rays and ozone. They protect the anti-ozonants in the rubber instead of dissolving them. But here's what makes this method genuinely superior beyond just chemistry. Water-based tire dressings typically cost between $8 and $14 per bottle, often less than their petroleum counterparts. And because they do not evaporate in a way that strips the rubber, a single careful application lasts 6 to 8 weeks. The tires stay deep black. The sidewall chemistry stays completely intact. You spend less money. You protect a more expensive asset, and your tires last longer. How to read your tire's manufacture date right now. Here is something most drivers have never done, and you need to do it today before your next drive. Every tire manufactured for sale in the United States has a DOT code molded directly into the sidewall rubber. Find the string of characters on your sidewall that begins with the letters DOT. The last 4 digits of that code are the critical piece of information. The first 2 of those 4 digits are the week of manufacture. The last two are the year, so if you see the numbers 2322 at the end of the DOT string, your tire was manufactured in the 23rd week of 2022. Why does this matter so much? Because tire manufacturers and NHTSA guidance both recommend inspecting tires closely at the 6-year mark and replacing them by 10 years. Regardless of what the tread looks like. A tire sitting on a warehouse shelf for 2 years before it was mounted to your vehicle was already 2 years into its aging clock before you drove a single mile on it. You may have bought what felt like new tires that were already in the middle of their service life. Chicago Fleet Maintenance Manager Derek Thompson manages a 47-vehicle commercial fleet and implemented a strict no petroleum tire product policy across his entire operation in 2019. We had 3 premature sidewall failures in 2018. All on vehicles that had been going through our commercial car wash vendor. In 2019, we switched every vehicle to water-based dressings and a quarterly vinegar and baking soda cleaning protocol. We have had 0 sidewall failures in 5 years across 47 vehicles and roughly 2.1 million total miles driven. But here's what makes Derek's outcome so significant beyond just the safety record. His fleet's tire replacement costs dropped by $4,200 per year after eliminating petroleum-based products from the maintenance routine, an average saving of $89 per vehicle per year, just from changing what goes on the sidewall twice per quarter. At an average tire cost of $150 per unit, his fleet avoided replacing approximately 28 tires prematurely every single year, just by making one product switch. The systemic truth: why the detailing industry sells you damage. Here's the bigger picture that nobody in the detailing aisle wants you to understand. The automotive detailing market in the United States generates over $14 billion per year. Tire and wheel products are among the highest margin segments in that entire industry. Petroleum-based tire shine is inexpensive to manufacture and commands retail prices between $8 and $22 per can. The core business problem for tire shine brands is simple. If your tires stay healthy and black without their product, you stop buying it. But if their product causes your tires to gray and deteriorate faster, you buy more of it, more frequently, for more years. The product that appears to be the solution is quietly creating the very problem it claims to solve. It is the perfect business loop, and every major tire manufacturer's technical documentation explicitly warns against petroleum-based products on sidewalls. That warning is buried in installation guides that almost no consumer ever reads. It is not printed on the tire shine label, it is not posted at the car wash bay. It exists in technical bulletins written by engineers who understand the chemistry, and it never reaches the driver standing in the AutoZone aisle. But here's what makes this systemic problem so costly for you personally. The same car wash that charges you $25 for a full exterior detail is applying the exact formulas that are quietly aging your sidewalls with every visit. They are not disclosing the ingredient, they are not asking your permission, and when your tires develop dry rot at 40,000 miles instead of 60,000, neither the car wash nor the Tire Shine brand carries any liability. You pay for the replacement, they keep the revenue, and you never connect the two events because they happened 18 months apart. The complete protocol. What to do from this point forward. From today, here is your complete tire maintenance protocol, and the total cost to set it up is under $5. This is the exact routine that professional detailers who understand tire chemistry use on their own vehicles, not the routine they sell at the counter, the one they go home and use themselves. First, check your current tire's manufacture dates using the DOT code on the sidewall right now. Do not wait until your next oil change. Go outside after this video and check every single tire, including your spare. If any tire is approaching 6 years from its manufacture date, start budgeting for replacement regardless of how much tread remains. Tread depth and sidewall integrity are two completely different conditions. One does not tell you anything about the other. A tire with 830 seconds of tread and a 5-year-old sidewall is a tire that is running out of time. Second, if your tires currently have petroleum-based product on them, and if you have used any standard tire shine or gone through a full-service car wash recently, they almost certainly do, decontaminate the sidewalls before your next treatment. Use a diluted degreaser at a ratio of 1 part degreaser to 4 parts water, applied firmly with a stiff brush and rinsed thoroughly with clean water. This process strips the remaining solvent residue from the surface so the sidewall chemistry can stabilize and the rubber can stop losing its protective compounds before you apply anything new. Third, switch permanently to the water-based cleaning and dressing protocol. Vinegar and water spray for the initial clean, baking soda paste for the deep scrub, water-based dressing for the protective finish. Total cost per full application, under $1. Recommended frequency, every 6 to 8 weeks, or any time your tires start to look faded or slightly gray. The gray color is your signal. It means the anti-ozonant migration is happening and your sidewall needs a clean, protective barrier, not a petroleum solvent. Fourth, if you use a full-service car wash, explicitly ask them not to apply tire dressing to your vehicle before they start. Most will accommodate the request without any issue. If they refuse or tell you it is automatically included in the package and cannot be removed, consider that a car wash that is not prioritizing your vehicle's long-term condition over the speed of their process. Fifth, rotate your tires every 5,000 miles and keep them properly inflated to the manufacturer's specification, not the maximum pressure printed on the tire sidewall, but the recommended pressure listed on the sticker inside your driver's door jamb. Underinflated tires flex excessively at the sidewall with every rotation, which generates heat and accelerates the exact rubber degradation that dry rot needs to take hold. Proper inflation combined with the water-based dressing protocol gives your tires the best possible environment to last their full intended lifespan. Austin tire technician James Carver, who has been inspecting tires professionally for 19 years, puts the financial argument as simply as it can be stated. A $1 baking soda and vinegar cleaning every 6 weeks costs less than $9 per year. One set of tires costs $600 to $1,200. Protecting the sidewall chemistry is the single cheapest car maintenance decision a driver can make. Most people just do not know they are destroying their tires one spray bottle at a time, and the brands selling those spray bottles are counting on that. After reviewing the manufacturer data, the chemistry, and the real-world failure patterns across thousands of vehicles, the conclusion is unavoidable. Tire Shine is one of the most universally used and most universally misunderstood products in automotive care. The cheap water-based solution actually works better, lasts longer, and protects instead of destroying. The $18 aerosol is quietly accelerating a $1,000 tire replacement. Stop buying damage, start buying protection. Has your car wash been applying petroleum Tire Shine without telling you, or have you already made the switch to a water-based product? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Next, 5 tire pressure mistakes that are silently destroying your fuel economy right now, and the exact PSI fix that saves $400 a year at the pump. Thanks for watching.